Vern Glenn with you here, and we are joined by Kenny Walker, former Alabama Crimson Tide forward. And Kenny, again, boy, you continue to impress those overseas over in the Czech Pro League. MVP again. What is in the water over there?
I don't know. I think it's more of what's coming from the states. You know, I'm just working hard and trying to be the best I can. I feel as though I'm out there, I'm out to prove something. So I want to play as hard as I can and hopefully be remembered. That's all. Just have a great life.
Well, you were certainly making things memorable for those that have followed your career. And let me ask you this. This is kind of maybe a thought-provoking thing. When you go over there to play, I know you're trying to prove yourself. I know you're trying to play as best as you can. But when you grow up here dreaming of the NBA and aren't playing in the NBA, do you kind of maybe play with a little chip on your shoulder? A little edge?
Well, I go with the mindset that the NBA is always watching. You know, even when I'm overseas playing basketball and having a point to prove. But growing up, watching the NBA was something that I always wanted to do, and I've tried to make it to the NBA every summer, but it seems as though it don't work out. But that doesn't mean that I give up. I mean, I just keep going and keep moving forward.
Well, they say in life, everybody has a purpose, and for now, for whatever reason, your purpose is the Czech League MVP, and certainly no surprise to you. What is it about your game that makes you clearly head and shoulders above at least most playing in that league?
Well, I guess from a player standpoint to a coach standpoint, that pretty much they told me that I'm such a great player because I know the game. I'm very experienced. Um, at the same time, I'm a great guy on and off the court and very humble. Um, my actions speak for itself. I'm not the one to really talk a lot. I'm the one that's actually out there showing it and being the best I can and allowing my team the opportunity to win every game. And I'm pretty sure everyone loves the winner. And I'm such a humble guy.
We're visiting with Czech Pro League MVP Kenny Walker. He's our guest today. And Kenny, playing over there, I won't say you're socially in a fishbowl over there, but you aren't in the United States. Give us a sense of what life is like there and how you're able to kind of, get around socially, communications-wise. What is it?
Well, that's kind of funny because in the beginning I had to use like sign language, I could sit right there and try to speak English, but they look at me like with a crazy face sometimes, like they really don't understand what I'm saying. So I have to use sign language, and from there, things started getting a little easier because I ran into a couple young people. It was really like a lot of older people there, but it's a lot of younger people, and they speak English, and I was able to get around along with my teammates and my team. They made it very easy for me, and playing in a town where it's called Novici in the Czech Republic, it's very small. Um, some people call it a village. I don't call it a village. I call it pretty much a town. But it's very simple. There's really no violence over there. It's very clean, and they really love going for nature walks over there and raising their children. So you really don't have nothing to really worry about. And pretty much, I found myself over there cooking every day because the food is very fresh, and it just allowed me to grow as a person and learn different things.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What have you had to, I guess, maybe by force, you know, teach yourself to do, acclimate yourself to playing over there and living over there, as opposed to, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it, just kind of relying on, what you knew growing up in Jacksonville and in Tuscaloosa.
Well, in Tuscaloosa and in Jacksonville, I pretty much had things done for me. Um, if I needed help, I know who to seek or to find, or if I needed something, I know exactly where to get it from. But overseas, you really don't have that luxury because technology is very different, and they probably don't have, you don't have access to everything that you would want or need at that due time. And I found myself most of the time ordering stuff from the States and having it sent overseas. But I will say that some of the things over there is a lot better than in America, because I believe like most of the medicine from over there comes from Europe or Asia and sent to America. So that was kind of like a good thing in my favor because my allergies and everything. But just me taking care of myself and learning how to cook, and you can't just walk in and say, "Hey, Mom, could you make me something to eat?" or go to a fast food, because they don't have many fast food restaurants over there. It's more of a town-like atmosphere restaurant, and everyone knows one another, and you really can't do much. So I found myself staying at home a lot and being to myself and learning things. And actually, it was a great experience, actually learning how to cook and learning recipes off the internet and stuff like that, and just growing as a person.
What's your signature dish?
Well, my signature dish is green beans with yellow rice, with barbecue baked chicken with sweet potatoes, or better yams, and baking a little. I even bake too. I bake cakes.
Holy smokes! Boy. Were the boys back in Jacksonville be shocked to hear that?
Yeah, but if they were put in my shoes, they would probably be doing the same thing, but they probably won't say nothing about it. But eventually, everyone will find out.
Okay. Well, back to basketball a little bit, because I think you're over here in the United States for just a little while longer. I think you're going to have to head back over there to play some more. Is that correct?
Yes, I head back August 9th.
August 9th. Okay. And so, as you do go back, I mean, we're just at the finish of the NBA Finals, and Kobe finally got Shaq off his back there. You must, as you do go over there, you must still keep the dream alive to possibly be playing in the NBA someday.
Well, as long as I can step on a basketball court, I'm going to always keep that dream alive, no matter what age or how old I get. I mean, it's always a chance. Some guys that play in the NBA that's very old, even if it's just for one season, but I still live with that dream. Like, even if I was to get 1 second on the court and have my name on the jersey, that'd be a blessing for me.
For those that are in other parts of the country or world, or just had not been able to follow your career, what style do you have that maybe you patterned your game after that folks can kind of relate to?
Well, in my position, I'm considered a forward overseas, not a center. And sometimes teams draft me as a center, which I'm not a center. I'm really a small forward. But for me as a basketball player, I say I'm an all-around basketball player because I never settle. I always work on my game, and I shoot, and I drill the basketball, and I run the floor. And running the floor has really helped me because I'm a defensive-minded player. With good things on defense, obviously good things happen on offense, easier points. So it makes my job easier. But for the next person, or who I mimic my game after, I kind of like, I watch Kobe, I watch Vince Carter, I watch him, I watch Dwight Howard. I look at Dwight Howard and his footwork as far as getting separation, and watching Kobe with his jab steps, and learning a little something from each player to make my game even better.
Well, it's obviously working for you, Kenny. I mean, to take a little bit from each of those guys that you mentioned and to formulate into your game, because you keep racking up these MVP honors. Hey, Kenny, we appreciate you joining us for a few moments. And, all we can say is, roll tide and continued success over there playing in the Czech Pro League.
Thank you very much.